Another day, another wonderful episode of Animu. So today is a very good day, a wonderful, wonderful day. JoJo, Assassination Classroom that's going to be out later today, and a bunch of other series, and I should be able to review Snafu today. So, brief update right there before I start this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure review. So anyways, I just want to say, this episode of JoJo, episode 37 if I'm correct, is hilarious. Like, this arc is hilarious. Just seeing Whole Horse and Oyingo, you know, having a conversation like they're bickering back and forth, and how Whole Horse is asking Oyingo, like, okay, so is the predictions right? Is this gonna work? Is, like, this really gonna work out? And, you know, eventually one thing led to another to where the prediction was fucked up because Whole Horse messed up and it got ruined. And that just goes to show you how lucky Jotaro is to be able to survive something like that. Mainly what you can pull from this little arc right here, this little fight with these two stand users, is that Jotaro is lucky. So lucky. Like, all these predictions he had against him that was supposedly going to kill him, he constantly either got back up or he was fine, or something else happened to where it fucked up the entire prediction. So it was like where fate was on Jotaro's side. And you had it to where Oyingo was saying in this episode, like, the only person that could possibly have that amount of lucky fate would be Lord Dio. And so Lord Dio and Jotaro once again getting more hype build up for their finale, for their final fight, because that's what this was going to show us, that Dio is the only one that could fight against Jotaro's lucky fate. Now, episode overall, very funny, just getting to see the inner monologues of Whole Horse and what he's thinking and what he's going to do next. Like, when you see him right behind Polnareff and you just see him putting a gun to his head and all, he's like, you better not speak, you better not speak, and he's like tapping him, all that. That scene right there was just so funny, but all of a sudden, the entire reason how Whole Horse failed from killing Jotaro, besides, you know, messing up the time, it was because Polnareff sneezed in Jotaro's face. He's like, got you, right into his face. And then I'm like, oh my god, are you freaking serious? So, poor Whole Horse fucked up because he decided to stick his fingers up Polnareff's nose, and it destroyed the entire thing. So, that's just, wow. That's funny as crap. It really is. So, the episode of JoJo. Funny. Like I said, mainly these past two episodes have been there for the fans of Whole Horse, Oyingo, and just comedy in general. If you like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures comedy, you're gonna like these past two episodes, because mainly this fight wasn't really, I guess you could say, a serious fight, like where you're like, oh my god, this fight is just beastly. What made these two episodes so good was just showcasing how Jotaro is just an extremely lucky person. But it was mainly just to have a little bit of comedy. I think they're just trying to add in some comedy along with before we get into some serious fights later on down the road. But regardless of that, this episode was funny. It was funny, it was good, animation on point. I love the little inner monologues. It definitely adds, you know, different characterization to the characters, especially, you know, Whole Horse and what he's thinking. And then getting to see how at the end, Oyingo was going to change and turn over a new leaf and be a better person. All of a sudden, he kicks that box, it hits Iggy, and Iggy just chews Oyingo a new asshole. And I'm like, seriously, really? Really? Like, oh my god, that's just messed up. And speaking of Iggy, you're so useless. Like, the first episode, okay, of Season 2, Iggy was introduced as a new character to be a part of our group. Iggy has done almost nothing. Like, I don't think Iggy has really done anything that's actually been good. Like, let's look at the facts here. I mean, Iggy has done nothing to really support the team besides either eating a bunch of coffee chocolate shit, and, you know, biting into Polnareff's face, or head, and farting in his face. So, yeah, I mean, Iggy has been kind of useless. I really hope he starts showcasing his worth very soon, because right now, all he's been doing is running around, being lazy, and not even entertaining himself with any fights at all. So I wonder what type of role Iggy is going to play in the future, because right now I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what the real importance of Iggy was to be even joining Jotaro in the gang if he's just going to be sitting there doing nothing. Anyways, that's my final thoughts of this episode. Tell me your thoughts about this episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.